Hello there, welcome back. So I'm walking in the forest here as usual in Lithuania. I've been watching a lot of videos on semen retention, and is it worth it? That's the question that comes to my head. I've been watching this channel by a person called Rin. I advise you to check it out and decide for yourselves. Guys like on 95 days of retention, on day 8, and it's still very early, but he just put out a video about women, and don't want to say that he's kind of like talking bad about women, but it's definitely bringing me something to think about. So I thought I'll record my opinion about it, because is even semen retention possible with women? I experience this when I'm with women and I'm trying to retain. You get blue balls and it's painful, and after having sex you do feel like you're drained, like yes, you can provide a lot of pleasure to a woman when you are not focusing on yourself and having pleasure for yourself, and you're focusing on the woman, your partner. You can probably last longer. You can be in the kind of feeling state, so you feel your body more. You feel when you're getting close. You feel like when you're rushing things. You feel a lot, really, and because you can't reach the high mountain, you can't reach the climax, because you don't want to lose that energy, you don't want to deplete yourself, you don't want to come and finish, so you don't get close to that edge. So once you finish the act, it's kind of like painful, because all of that energy that you had in your whole body is now in your balls, and you gotta raise that energy back out. You gotta like somehow focus it back on your going back into all of your other chakras, not just your reproductive chakra, your sexual chakra. And it takes time, and it's true, you kind of have to go and exercise or walk around or take your mind off of things, but it is like wasting a lot of time, it seems like. And what he made me think about, Rin, this guy on the channel called Rin, is where would you be if you like retained for 10 years or 20 years, And he was saying you still have women around you, because women get attracted to men who don't just think about having sex and, letting their energy out every direction possible. So you will still attract women. It's not like you're gonna lose that energy. You're gonna lose that drive. No, but you're not a slave anymore to women, which is, I think, is a great power. Because, for example, me, my whole life, I've been always thinking, how can I please women? Like, I grew up with my mom, and when there was difficult times, I could see she had like problems on her mind. I was like always thinking, like trying to talk to her, ask questions, like somehow make her feel better, you know. And so I think I developed this thing where it's like the woman needs to feel good around me, you know. Like if there's a woman that's unhappy, like I have to make her feel good. And like it's not my responsibility. It's like putting the responsibility on somebody else. So like I focus all my attention on somebody else, on a woman. So how am I able to develop myself and focus on myself if all my attention goes to a woman when she's next to me, you know? Like she's focusing on herself. She's not focusing on me unless I didn't find the right woman yet. But she's focusing on herself, her own career, her own path. While I'm focusing on her. First, one, it's not attractive. Two, it's like giving your power away. And three, you don't want to be doing that, really. Like, what kind of achievement do you feel like you have when you please a woman? Like, yes, it's a good achievement when she's fulfilled and then she goes like, you can have whatever you want right now, you know? But the thing is, you don't need a lot when you're in control of yourself and in control of your dick and balls, you know? Same mom told me, she's like, things will change for you when you'll start thinking with the right head. So basically not with your dick head, but with the head on your shoulders. And maybe this is what's happening right now. Maybe that's what I'm starting to do, starting to think this way. So yeah, this is my thoughts on how retaining and women go along, whether they go along or not. That's the question. Yeah. So, don't know, judge me or judge me not. Do whatever you feel like. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Because I'm setting out on this journey. I'm kind of like, you know, when you reach a stage where you're like, you're more into like not having sex, not masturbating, not retaining, then you're into doing all of that, you know, doing all of that PMO stuff. So once you break through that barrier, when you're like, okay, I think I can't go back anymore, you know, like I can't think in other way, then your mind has changed. It seems like your mind has like broke through or like went back to like factory settings, you know. The mind doesn't think about, you know, tits and ass all the time. The mind is like focusing on real shit. And I don't know, maybe most of the men that are in the world, they're not thinking about that. Maybe their whole motivation is like money and power. And me, for example, I was always thinking about women. I was always thinking that woman is gonna make me happy, you know. But more and more as I go further, I'm thinking that maybe that's what was wrong with me, you know. Because if you can't make yourself happy, you know, by being a real human being, genuine human being, that's honest with himself, then how can you make somebody else happy, you know? Like, yeah, maybe one day I want to have a partner that would understand what I try to do, you know? Because I realize that I've been draining myself, you know, for a long, long time. And it's time to change that, you know. It's time to become a better person. It's time to look further than just what's up close, you know. And the right woman will understand, you know. The right woman will be next to you and be celibate if she needs to be celibate, you know. Maybe she'll be the right person, like a right friend, right partner to be next to you. She's not going to be draining you constantly, because if she's draining you, she's filling a hole, no pun intended, inside of her that can't be filled, you know. That hole is never going to fill. You can only fill it yourself. You can only fill it by thinking of things that are higher, you know. Higher beings, higher power, higher things that are just out of this world, you know. You gotta transcend this human body. You gotta improve this human body too. And it can really improve when you're retaining. So hopefully I explained myself clearly. Hopefully that made any sense. And hopefully you get inspired to go on this journey with me. So let me know in the comments if you feel like it. And if not, it's all good. Have a brilliant day. I'm proud of you. Keep doing the work that you're doing. Yeah, this is the shit that's been on my mind last couple of days, so I'm sharing it with you. Have a great morning, evening, daytime, nighttime, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one. Much love, take care, and peace.